what's the biggest problem with Ariel's casting here? It's not Halle Bailey that's the issue. It's all those sociopathic right-wing trolls who can never shut up about the color of her skin. Let's start off by stating the fact that the subject of Ariel's skin color is such a non-issue. In fact, anything that they complain about being woke is never a real problem. I mean, in an age where people are struggling with real-world issues like inflation, diseases, human rights violations, and more, the only thing that these far-right influencers do is obsessively complain about the most white-privileged first-world quote-unquote problems that never actually harmed anyone, like Ariel's skin color in the Disney remake, which emphasizes how people who have a hatred for anything that they consider woke are both worthless to their community and neglectful of their own families. Guess they can never prove themselves to be a resourceful human being when they constantly throw a temper tantrum anytime they see two fictional people of the same sex hold hands and be happy. And considering that there have already been several women of color who played Ariel in other major Disney productions, having a black Ariel makes no difference because the character's skin color is irrelevant to who she is. It's the biggest proof that antagonizing the film or the casting by calling it woke is just a racist action. In fact, using the word woke as a derogatory term and opposing values of diversity and tolerance is racist. Over the years, it's evidently clear that the far right keeps repeating the word as a dog whistle in order to enable hate speech and white supremacist beliefs to radicalize their audience to become far-right extremists and go fuel the leading cause of violent crimes. And with how these people encourage dangerous behaviors like promoting hate speech and engage in targeted harassment with their code words, it highlights to why social media like YouTube should take more action against hate speech like mass reporting and deplatform channels that continuously attack what they call woke culture. Or at least take away their monetization, considering that no one should ever make a living off of breaking some of those websites' community guidelines. Also, isn't it ironic that despite their nationalism preventing them from becoming real men, these guys are so obsessed with their masculinity, yet they spend too much of their time whining about things that manly people would generally have no interest in, like Disney princesses. And yet, how they can never stop talking about anything and everything they hate shows how anti-woke people are mentally unhealthy. Instead of spending actual time to just talk about things that they unironically enjoy, or actually doing those things while minding their own business, they have this constant anger where everything they do must be an action that hurts who they view as their enemy. As if they are so miserable in their own lives that the only way that they can be happy is to make others more miserable than them. So not only does anyone with a hatred for woke culture as an unhinged bigot, but they also have clear personal and emotional problems that they refuse to stabilize due to their dangerous political values. So if Halle Bailey's Ariel makes you upset because you're not smart enough to look beyond the color of her skin, you don't need a platform, you need a doctor.